You're sitting in your car, the airbags have already gone off, and your heart's racing. You know that you didn't cause the crash, but then the other driver gets out and starts telling the police that it was your fault. Here's what most people don't realize. The first 24 hours after a crash in West Virginia can determine whether your medical bills get covered or whether you end up paying for someone else's mistake. Because if you say the wrong thing, even just trying to be polite, that sentence can show up later as, well, you admitted it. I'm Tim Miley. I'm a personal injury attorney here in West Virginia, and I see this exact playbook used against drivers every single week. So let's talk about what to say, what not to say, and the two things you need to lock down before giving any statement. Because once a narrative gets written down, it's very hard to undo. Right after a crash, you're shaken up. You want things to calm down. So you say something like, I'm sorry, or I didn't see you, or maybe I could have reacted faster. It feels harmless at the time you say it, but here's the problem. West Virginia follows a modified comparative fault rule. That means if you're found even partially at fault, your compensation gets reduced. And if you're found 51% at fault or more, you recover nothing. So when the other driver tells the officer, she admitted she didn't see me, that small moment of politeness becomes leverage for the other side. Instead, keep it simple. Say something like, I want to cooperate fully. I'll give a statement once I've had time to gather my thoughts. No speculation, no guessing, no apologizing for something you didn't do. Crash scenes change pretty quickly following the collision. Cars get moved, witnesses leave, skid marks fade. If the other driver is blaming you, assume their insurance company will back them. Before you leave the scene, gather what evidence you can. Take wide photos of both vehicles. Take close-ups of damage. Photograph road signs, traffic lights, and skid marks. Document weather and road conditions, and get names and phone numbers of the witnesses. If the other driver says something like, I didn't see you, make a note of that immediately. Better yet, use your phone to get a statement from the other driver if you are able to do so. Stories change, but photos and videos don't. Sometimes the other driver will say, let's not call the police. We can handle this ourselves. Don't ever agree to that. An official police report creates a neutral record of what happened, and insurance companies rely heavily on those reports. If someone is already pointing the finger at you at the scene, imagine what will happen once insurance adjusters get involved. Within days, sometimes even hours, you'll get a call from an insurance adjuster. It will sound friendly. They'll say they just need your side of the story. They'll say it'll only take a few minutes. What they're really doing is locking in your words. Insurance companies are businesses. Their goal is to minimize payouts to people like you. If you say something like, maybe I could have braked sooner, that will get documented. If you say, I feel okay, and your injuries get worse a week later, they'll point back to that statement. So here's the rule. Do not give a recorded statement to the other driver's insurance company without speaking to an attorney first. But if you do, make sure you stick to the basic facts, you don't speculate, and you don't minimize your injuries. Once the you admitted it narrative exists on paper, undoing it becomes an uphill battle. If someone is actively trying to blame you for a crash that they caused, this is not the time to handle it alone. An experienced West Virginia personal injury attorney can preserve evidence, communicate with insurance companies, and prevent your words from being twisted. And remember, in West Virginia, you generally have 2 years to file a lawsuit. Now that sounds like a long time, but evidence and memories fade quickly. Now let's recap. If the real at-fault driver tries to blame you, make sure you stay calm and don't admit fault, gather evidence immediately, call the police, be cautious with insurance statements, and get legal advice early. This isn't just about a damaged car. It's about whether you end up covering your own medical bills, lost wages, and stress that should have been paid by the other driver's insurance company in the first place. Now, if you want to know exactly how the claims process works, especially if you weren't at fault, you can't afford to miss our next video. Not at fault car accident, claims process in a nutshell. I'll walk you step by step through what happens after you file a claim, what to watch out for, and how to get the best result. Don't leave your future to chance. Click through right now and protect your rights. I'll see you over there.